Good morning, ladies. My name is Shaz, and welcome to the What If Him. Make sure this is still recording. Let's see. Yep. So, yeah. So, sorry if my voice is a little bit quieter than normal because I just woke up. So, yeah. Now, enough about me. Now we're going to get into this what if. So, it's called What If Zuko had the infinity haki. So haki is from One Piece. I almost said One Punch Man, but One Piece. Yeah. So the infinity haki is like all the hockeys from the entire TV show, fused them into together. So basically, it's one overpowered hockey that everyone probably doesn't know about. So yeah, but in this, what if? Here, let me. Yeah, in this what if, the Zuko has that. So yeah, in this alternate timeline, whoever has the hockey has more authority than just 20 men. And so, stop and think about it. If Zuko has infinity hockey, he has the entire universe, like, entire galaxy, he's as his authorities. Yeah. Plus, normal people, or like those ones that are hockey users, are they're also was born from, or they became rich people too. So yeah. So usually they make 500 grand. And like Bazuko with his infinity hockey thing has infinite money. So he's basically an infinite generator thing. So yeah. But no one knows that about that part of, yeah. And Momo, who is, some of you are probably like saying, how about Momo? Or how about the government? I said some of them. Or let's say, of course, Momo doesn't have hockey, so she only has a quirk, that's it. And the government, some of the members of it was are hockey users, but they're not like as powerful as Zuko's. So, so then now, let's begin. And I'm also adding zooming into this what if, so to make things a little bit balanced between my what if and the story of the animated one. So, yeah. So let's begin with Zumi and Zuko being born. And, of course, the basically, yeah. And then at age of 3, he had lots of friends. Where he had Bakugo, Todoroki, and Momo. Oh. Or actually, not Momo. Ochako. I meant to say Ochako. So, yeah. So then the Momo and Ochako, or no, Ochako was a poor girl, so yeah. So then the, so, and age of 4, that all changed. When the Quark Doctor tells Zuko, or no, first he tells Zumi that she has a quirk and she can become a hero, and she has the haki. And I forgot to tell that Zuko does actually have a quirk. It's just yeah. So the Quark Doctor lied to Zuko about him not having a quirk and no haki. So that makes him the literal weakest one. But but Zuko, or actually he didn't say haki. He said the quirk. He was quirkless. So, yeah, the quirk is actually the flaming limiter. Because he has also not just infinite haki, he has an infinity and zero home. I'm not like, when I'm making like these stories up, I usually, yeah, I don't make this stuff up for no reason. If I want to make an overpowered character, I do make an overpowered character. Yeah, so basically, Zuko, so after the Quark Doctors, Zumi does not want him in her life anymore, and their friends took him off their phones, and of course, Zumi, or, or so, Asashi and Inko kicked him out, or being the quirkless, useless thing. So then he was by himself. So, yeah. So he ends up walking on the lonely road. So he ends up becoming the most overpowered character. So he trains as, let's say, a mountain lion was about to jump onto Zuko's his. As Zuko turns around, then something triggered in him. Like that. And the tiger or mountain lion got knocked out. Like, got, like, yeah. It escaped from captivity. Yeah. You know the guy, or like those ones? Yeah, that's how. So he trains with them. And his infinity haki was going through this evolution quicker than a average hockey user. So let's do a time skip. So he was at age of 5 when he discovered that. Times, or no, plus 10 years. Makes him have 15. So he's 15 years old. And plus his infinite haki, has went through one of the stages. Like, it went from being like, so yeah, he became, yeah, the entire thing. He basically leveled up his infinity to hockey into the super ultimate legendary infinity or infinite hockey. That was because usually hockeys, they have to stay one or the level up thing. But Zuko did it in 5 seconds or 10 days or no, 10 years. So then when he went to a normal school, his sister went to UA, and yeah. So then let's say one of the students or one of the bullies that was about to bully him, he pulls out, or of course the bully, he pulls out a gun and pulls the trigger on Zuko's, but he ends up missing so bad. Yeah. And then when he showed his like hockey power, the bully and his gang just fell over like that. And, yeah. So
Did the
basically, yeah, knocking those bullies out with just a single thing is like, man. So then, yeah. So Zuko goes to class, and everyone could not believe. Actually, everyone was knocked out by his hockey at his school. So he is walking casualty. As they thought the students were all and teachers were all dead. But then he tells them they've been knocked out. So then after school, so he goes and walks around. But one night, it was the same day as the All for One versus All Might thing. As Zuko was upset that his slumber was interrupted. So then Zuko used his powers at their max. As everybody, or let's say a news crew, had camera set up on a little stand facing towards the fight. And yeah. And it was so powerful that everyone else except for All for One was knocked out. The entire world, yeah, was knocked out, including the machines. So yeah, or actually not machines. So yeah. So then All for One turns around. Zuko comes around from the wall. Oh. And Zuko's and All for One says, you're the one that did it. I'm so proud to see someone with a more overpowered hockey, most broken hockey in the entire universe. Yours it has a really long name of super ultimate and legendary infinity or hockey. Am I right? Yeah, but I'm not in a mood of chit chat because you and rest of you woke me up from my nap. So, or from my slumber. So, as he used this, he activates his full power of infinity, and he beats around All for One like how Luffy beats that rhino guy, or not rhino, the bull guy, like beats around him with like, yeah, beats all for one around like a little punk gets beat around by a, yeah. So yeah, Zuko activates it. Let's finish this. As Zuko used his full power, and yeah, all for one was wiped out from fabric of reality. And Zuko, whom hops away as he finds a new place to sleep. As he sleeps, as everyone was like wondering what happened, and the where did All for One go? Oh, as he tries to, or they try to like find out who did it, or where did All for One go? But what they found was someone already beat him and just finished him off. Oh. So, yeah. Zuko, whom was the only one, and they got the name of Zuko. And name, yeah, so basically the next morning he wakes up and he goes to his normal class. But the day came, everybody was like, man, did you see the news? What kind of news? Here. As some of them have records on the link of the commercial. Oh, and yeah. So then Zuko looks at it. Oh, do you mean, does they mean last night? I was not in a good mood. Because they woke me up. Middle of a night. As he used his, I really need to stop doing that. As he wipes his eyes. Because his power is so powerful that even like, yeah. And or that one that I said about Zuko looks, or when he was like upset that the people woke him up. It takes a lot to really get Zuko mad. And usually is haki. Okay, this one. So then yeah. So yeah. So then, yeah. All for One was pretty much done for. Or, like, literally. He was done for. So, then, the next day, of course, then after he saw what truly happened, they yeah. Let me, or what, or what All for One said, that you have the super ultimate legendary infinity haki. Is that true? Yeah, it is. As as everyone's jaws dropped. No. They could not believe that this kid has more authority than anyone in the entire galaxy, entire universe, everything. As everybody was like, they're having like epic moments. Like, if I could pause it, I would have just showed you the image. What I'm trying to talk about. Let's see. Enemy. Everyone's faces was just like that. Everyone's faces was just like that. Because he was the... When they were like, man, and it probably took a lot to make you upset. Yeah, me. So, some of them even like fell in love with him. Some even like really likes him because he has more authority. Some people really like people with more authority than anyone. So, yeah. Of course, then the pro heroes came in and like he, of course, or actually before that day, before they walked in. So the pro heroes had their meetings of, I guess All for One is defeated by the so-called Zuko Midoriya. I believe that Zuko Midoriya is your son, right, Hisashi? And Hisashi looks at him. And, yeah, he had the same face style thing, like yeah, he's my son. But I still can't get over how he has more authority than the higher-ups, like the government. Or way more than that. Yeah. I think your son was, or because most people was born with haki in their body. It only gets triggered after, say, 10 years. But one of us remembers that he brought in the mountain lion that escaped from the zoo when he was only 5 years old. So he was the only one that was, and plus the guys, or one of the pro hero said that, yeah, I was there, that I saw him like use his haki him to him, so not once but twice. And everyone was like, wait, normal people need to activate theirs at 10 years old. Not, we're looking at what Zuko is. He activated his powers at 5 years old instead of required number. Plus, the haki that he uses is probably more powerful than any normal haki that we usually see. And plus, do you remember what All for One said? Yeah, about Zuko has more to him than meets the eye. His limit is his quirk. Or you thought he had no he had no quirk? He has a quirk called Flame Leveler. Or I'm changing it to Flame Leveler because it sounds cool. Instead of Blazing Limiter. Yeah, every single time. So, yeah. So then, yeah. And All Might want, or ask All for One, what does it do? Well, it limits a person's fire to, doesn't matter how much it is. So then he's like wondering what the heck going on? But, and so he had her power than we ever imagined. Everyone, and plus he had powers of infinity and zero. When we did like the scan on him through that video thing, we did a scan on Zuko, and the machine said this as he shows a paper in her. And when Musashi read it, his eyes widened. His mouth was like, what? As he's like, it said like information like Zuko Midoriya, or name Zuko Midoriya, quirk, her flaming limiter, haki, super legendary, super ultimate legendary infinity haki. Powers, like abilities, infinity and zero. And Sashi turns, like he gets up. I just need to have some me time. So then he walks away as he's like, he went down to the training thing, like where teachers usually punching bags, and he starts punching them harder and harder to let his like emotions out, because he, after all his emotions let out, his own sadness, he could not believe that he was so blind by, he had, or he has or he has a son that has more authority, and he has like money already, like, so yeah, he blames himself, as All Might knows, or pro heroes know, that he is just letting his frustrations out, because he needed to calm down, and like, as he needs to go, or he calls Inko and told her, and when Inko heard what her son was, or when she heard, or when she watched it, she thought nothing of it. But then when they said Zuko Midoriya, she almost like had a heart attack. Almost had a heart attack. Because she could not believe that her own son, it was the most, yeah. So then Sashi was like, yeah, let's and go get our son. So then he goes, so then the pro heroes go to the normal, or to that school where Zuko was at, and the, yeah, and the Sashi, or actually, let's say it was after school, and he left. He goes into a dark alleyway. There you are. As he goes to bed, or he covers his body up with, yeah. So, basically, everyone was like, or the pro heroes are like, where's Zuko? Well, that's a thing, we don't know where Zuko is at. Except for one girl. Or because she was she became a big fan of Zuko. Because at first, she was already a big fan of Zuko because of Sashi. Okay? And then a whole thing, and yeah. Let's see how many minutes. Sorry, I just had to check because my phone doesn't tell me. Yeah. I would rather had my old phone than this. So yeah. So then Zuko, or so the girl walks the pro heroes down to the dark alleyway where Zuko usually sleeps at. And they're like, this is must be a and the and he puts her finger on her lips that tells him to be quiet. As they as she creeps around down and around the garbage can and sees a box or two boxes on top of each other's. And she slowly moves it and around. And then there's Zuko. Oh, sleeping. Yeah. As he yeah. Everybody was like, huh. Yeah. And they pick him up slowly to not disturb him. So then, yeah. So then he wakes up. To the next morning he wakes up. Um. Um. But they did not have machines guns point to him because it would be useless. So they basically Zuko was slowly waking up. As a yeah. So then, yeah. So he wakes up slowly. As the handcuffs, as he breaks through handcuffs. As he what's this? As Zuko, who looks at his, as Sashi and Inko walks in, and Zumi, he did not know that her brother is the more powerful than her. So then Zuko, so he tells Zumi, or no, he tells Asashi and Inko, guess both of you are gonna yell at me for her being quirkless. No, my dad, I know that you aren't holding a grudge against us. Yeah, but we want you back in this family. Because, yeah. And he okay? He says, okay. You're not really getting an argument out of me. I agree with you. Okay? So then they're like, you really do? Yeah. So then when he got back to like his house, or Midoriya's house, because they set him free thing, and so then after Zumi had a great day, aim him with like her friends and that, and plus her boyfriend was actually, or her boyfriends. She had more than one. She had Bakugo and Todoroki. Yeah. So then, of course, the Ochako was pretty sad about it. But she was not dating anyone. And so when when Zumi showed back up, or showed up to Midoriya's, and Inko and Sashi tells Zumi, have you seen the news? What news? Well, her brother, or actually Zuko. What about that quirkless? Huh. He's not quirkless, as Inko says. The quirk doctor did lie about that part. What do you mean? He has a quirk? Yeah, called Flaming Limiter. So So then the Flaming Limiter thing. And sorry if these videos get too long for you. It's just go big or go home. So, yeah. So Zuko, so Inko and Asashi showed the recording of Zuko beating the snot out of Overhaul, or no, All for One. Not Overhaul, All for One. And yeah, so then Zumi looks over. So where is he now? I want to meet him. He's in his bedroom, sleeping. Because, remember what he said in that video? I'm not in the mood because you guys, because you woke me up from my slumber. So, yeah. So then so when Zuko finally woke up from his slumber to get some breakfast and lunch, Zumi walks over and hugs him, straight up hugs him, almost towards a point of, as she tells him that she's sorry for her mistreating him, and so now, because he already did have a family that was Midori, or those three, and plus he had I'm not gonna say the super long name of Super Ultimate legendary uh, Infinity Hockey team. So yeah, like the how every anime character from One Piece uses it all the time. So yeah, Zuko was pretty powerful. Let me see how. Okay, so yeah, so then the Zuko was like he tells her that he didn't have a grudge against her anyways or anyone. Okay? So then he accepted her apology. And yeah. So then her day went from being like good or great day to worst day, then got turned back into the great day, perfect day. So then Hisashi tells Zuko that he'll be joining UA. So then yeah, he'll be in class 1A. And plus because he has the higher authority and all that stuff. So then when Zumi like, or actually let's say Zuko was getting dressed, and yeah, so yeah, so when Zuko getting dressed, he was still waking up thing. It was the next day, so when he was waking up, he got dressed before, and then he became small. Oh, Fry. And plus, they had pockets, so in like the side pockets, and Zumi takes him to school. Oh, as Asashi, or no, not Asashi. The Mr. Aizawa says, or guess the new student is in, or because Mr. Aizawa met Zuko that one time, he says, huh, is he here? Or actually, let's say class started and everyone was like murmuring. And of course, Bakugo and Todoroki looked at Zumi and they were like, are you doing okay? Yeah, I have a perfect day. Because Zumi told told him that my brother wasn't actually quirkless. Have you seen the news? Yeah. That kid was insanely powerful. What kid? Well, Zuko Midori, I believe that's what the villains called him. Yeah. So then Asashi walks in and meets a new who transfer student. Or not, or he's already here. Zumi, please come up. Because he's in your pocket. So then he or she basically got up to the front of the class and she pulls her brother out as he stands there, or he transforms back into his, hey guys, and everyone's jaws dropped. They could not believe that this kid is the only one. Yeah, and then so they do that training stuff, and I'm not, because I was just checking, yeah. So then after school, Ochako and Momo walks up to him, straight up walks up to Zuko and tells him to date both of them. So, like, both of them really want to marry them. They want to marry him. Just like how his sister, Zumi, is dating Bakugo and Todoroki. Ochako wants it to get like money thing to help her family. And Momo, who wants like have a higher authority. So Zuko and says sure. Plus, the upside is that if a person is dating a haki user, they also gain in the haki from that too. Basically. So yeah. So that makes Zumi and Midoriya family way more rich. The richest people in the entire galaxy universe thing. Yeah. So then Momo and Ochako got married to Zuko. That goes for Zumi got married to Bakugo and Todoroki. And I am not going to go into how many kids that they have because it's been too long, so I don't get a credit. So now please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and who knows, you might be lucky few that I'll pick. Peace out, y'all. And tomorrow, in the comments or of this video, do hashtag happy birthday. Because tomorrow, or the day of this recording, the tomorrow of this recording is going to be my birthday. So, yeah, because today, oh wait, I'm trying to pull out, see, the 14th of December. So, peace out, y'all.